Yo, what's up? I just want to talk really quickly about how we caught Microsoft because I think this is a great lesson in patience, a great lesson in how you can trust flow even when you can't really trust much else. So the way that we did this was in three parts. The first is just checking every day, really simple, going to Microsoft, checking that quick view. I can't show you the historical ones here yet, but what I can show you is that this kind of volume to open interest that was happening on the outside the money strikes, inside the money strikes, at the money strikes was really, really high ever since Monday, I believe it was. So here I'm just checking quick view every day, kind of seeing where all the action is, noticing that most of that action is happening around the outside the money strikes. So that was hint one a few days earlier this week. Just to kind of prove that point, I want to go really quickly to the historical flow for Microsoft. So if you look here at the historical flow for 12/17, it lets you see kind of what was happening as the days went on. So let's look here. You're going to see right here on the 10th, I believe that was last Friday. So you're already seeing a high volume open interest happen for Microsoft, right? Nothing too crazy. On Monday, you notice that we have this volume. It's less, but if you look, the open interest remained about the same. So people aren't necessarily leaving that position fast. It was a slower day for it, leading into OPEX week. There's a lot of reasons. And then we see, this is on the 340. And then we see on the 340, we see the volume pick back up yesterday. And then we see it pick up today too, while Microsoft was down. Now let's look at some of the closer in the money strikes for historical as well. We've got let's go with the 330 to start. Now look at the volume open interest on the 330 over the past few days, right? Normal here on Monday. Now look at it pick up yesterday, right? You've got a 4 volume open interest ratio right here. And then look here on the 15th for today. You see it climb up about 4 times as much. Obviously, some of that was due to what happened. Then we go to the 335 here. You see the 335 right here. Look at that. Yesterday, you saw it spike to 5 times volume to open interest yesterday, and yesterday was not a great day. And then you see today here, obviously, it spiked to something crazy because today was today. So what I'm trying to show here is that the factor of continued betting into this. Sorry, I keep getting notifications pop up. Continued betting into it on OPEX week tells me something. Why does this tell me something? Because with options expiration, there are certain strikes that market makers need. They need these tickers to fall into above, below, so that they can hold on to a profitable position. So when I'm looking this week, and even while it's down, I see continued heavy betting into the outside the money, out at the money strikes. Even the 345 probably got a little bit of play. Let's see. Look at that on Monday right there. Huge volume to open interest. Dropped a bit, but held open interest the next day. So you see that kind of activity, continued betting. You know that you're just looking for that final trigger to get in. And for me today, or the final trigger to hold, for me today, I was getting beaten up by Microsoft, right? I was down I think 50% at one point. But I knew Jay Powell was speaking, and then I saw these come in just before his speech. Look at that. You see this huge cluster of 327.5. So the stock is down at 325, 326 all of a sudden for 12/17. That tells me that someone knows something. And this is important because this is why you need to keep your filters low when you're scanning throughout the day to see if you see anything interesting, because they love to slip through these orders that won't raise the alarm, right? If they were to put all this in, what's that, 5, however many thousand that is, let's just eyeball it and call it 40,000. That kind of order might draw some attention, 40, 50,000. But maybe even higher, maybe 60,000. But if they put it through as all these smaller orders, they're not going to trip up any of the wires. They're not going to get called out for it. So what you're really looking for is the quick views telling you what's going on, right? Where they're putting the money. Your historical flow is going to show you, okay, Has this been continued betting? Was this just today? Again, there's value in both. If I see something happen just today, then I know something could be coming soon. But if I see it repeated betting, then that allows me to stay in that position, add to that position, average down in that position, because I know that that repeated betting means something coming. And then lastly, checking my flow throughout the day, looking for those unusual moves that show that something's coming. All right.